What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you're all doing outstanding, and I hope your week's off to a good start. Let's take a look at the astrology for this Tuesday, this Mars day. Well, we're going to see that moon in Virgo finishing up here to start the day. It's going to start the day with an opposition to Neptune. Definitely like in the morning, I feel like we could be real creative. Maybe, I don't know, going outside the boundaries a little bit. I think that any kind of like creative escape is really good. Anytime that we can kind of put maybe the stresses of the world, get them off our back, kind of just open things up, see how beautiful life is. Reality is beautiful. Let's hop into it, we want to go there, but it's like a responsible escape, right? I don't think we want to just lose track of reality either. Emotions can definitely be getting high. The full moon's building, and that full moon's going to come into Libra here. Not full moon, but it's building up towards the full moon. It's going to come into Libra, and we're really going to start to feel that full moon energy in the afternoon. It's bringing up relationships, of course. It's going to make a minor yod with quincunxes to Saturn and a quincunx over to Mercury, but really like there's a yod between the North Node and Saturn in sextile to that moon coming into the evening. So I do think the evening has like a lot of it puts a lot of like presence on our relationships. Are we committing? Are we living them unconditionally? Are we feeling like the relationship has value? Is there unconditional love built in? I feel like everything today kind of comes back onto some kind of a responsible level, and that's even Saturn making these aspects to the nodes. Like there is like a spiritual sort of enlightenment that's taking place that we have to like stay on the path for. We don't want to like escape or keep doing stupid things over and over again. This is like learning from our lessons and responsibly handling them, and handling them with compassion, handling them with balance and order. I think that's something that's really important today. That moon's also going to finish the day with a square to Mars, which, Mars is disposited by that moon. So this is definitely going to be a pretty, like, he could bring up some intense emotions. It could just bring up some feeling like we got to do something. We could just be feeling hypersensitive. We could be feeling, just whatever emotion comes up. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be angry, but people could be a little angry with this if they're feeling trapped. I feel like today's kind of trying to get us out of traps in some way. So I think that it's all about kind of how you start your day today. I think you want to start your day taking a deep breath, taking in some air, whatever you got to do to kind of creatively free yourself and purify yourself, to like drop some of the weight so that you can find your alignment, and then you'll be able to act better on what that balance is and what's bringing things into more order in your life, and kind of really leveling things out. So I think we have an intense kind of desire, and there's just so much emotion built into today that's the goal, is to get things in emotional alignment, to responsibly escape certain aspects of reality. Not to just escape fully. I feel like that's kind of the push-pull today, is like maybe wanting to dedicate too much to what we escape to. But is it really bringing something valuable? Is it bringing something of, a solid nature into our life? Is it upping our own sense of spiritual worth in what we're doing? So keeping all of that in mind, but still freeing ourselves a little bit at the same time. And maybe it feels a little weird. Maybe it feels like something fated comes into our life to kind of show us that, because the moon's going to be in a yod with Saturn in the North Node, and even Mercury in a wider one with Mercury for a brief second. And, Mars is in the mix, square the moon at that time, trine Saturn, sextile the North Node. So I feel like this is, fate energy, if you will. Definitely. Also, Venus in Taurus and its home sign is sextiling and applying that sextile over to Neptune in Pisces. So I think that, adds to the creative potential when you do take a moment to yourself, when you do take that deep breath, when you do find creative outlets, when you don't let reality bog you down, but you start to use your imagination. I think that these are things that are really, really bringing more value in. But we still have to balance it with the reality, right? Still have to balance it with what's tangible in life. So it's taking, all the unbound creative potential, using it, and then also doing the same amount of stuff with what's physical in life and what needs attention or what needs to be cleaned up or beautified or anything. But definitely a big day for relationships, big day for people. Moon in Libra, Venus aspects, Venus, Neptune. I think we're trying to really get to the point of the harmony that we can have in our life and within interpersonal relationships to people. Could be intense though. Mars is kind of squaring the moon, putting some pressure to act, but it almost doesn't want to act in Mars. It might just want to sidestep things. I feel like the square with a full moon building and with the odd, there's no sidestepping. So just there's only one way to justify things, and that's to really, state your side, hear the other side, and, be a good diplomat. So I think today tests us on how well we can be a diplomat, but it is, Sun Chiron. They're going to be getting real close today. They're going to make their exact conjunction tomorrow before the full moon. But there could be a lot of wounded masculine energy within all of us that's trying to kind of project itself onto maybe other people. And maybe that's why there's more tension. So we're trying to kind of get over unnecessary wounds that we put on ourselves that maybe gets projected onto others. And to start to love ourselves more unconditionally, which can transfer into others. But I feel like there is still a boundary that needs to be had. So that's kind of our own place to figure that out within us. All of this is leading us towards a conscious understanding of Mercury in the North Node in Taurus, of our true worth, our true sense of self in a way that is confident and lasting. So I hope you have a great day. With all that said, I do think it's an important day. Yesterday was quite the day. And yeah, tomorrow I will do a live for the full moon and do sun signs. Do full moon sun sign horoscopes. You can use your rising sign. You can use your moon sign if you want. You can use any of your plants. I don't care. But I'm going to do a horoscope for all 12 signs, kind of like I did the Pluto in Aquarius video. And it'll be live. So you'll see that pop up scheduled at some point. I haven't picked the time yet, but probably around 6 or so p.m. Pacific. What do the old tarot cards have to say? Got the Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like there's some fire within us that it's got to be led with today. Whatever that fire is. I mean, this could be some passionate things that bring balance, something that has to do with relationships, something that has to do with finding our creative potential. There's a spark there, but that spark could go out if we don't do something for it. Let's stoke up where things need to be balanced and stoke up the fire in our life a little bit. Maybe that's by taking that deep breath. Maybe it's by coming in, kind of getting out of some of the other things in life to find that, but don't lose, your spark today. Stoke the spark. Oh, wow. The Angel de la Nuit. This is a special card for the tarot deck. So I would say that the angels are definitely present. I think we want to look within for that. And I think also see a lot of beauty and maybe some darkness. That's kind of what I get from this is there's a lot of beauty in the darkness. We could be going through a sense of feeling like there's wounds. There's actually just angels surrounding us, trying to help us act and grow and learn and empower and see value. It also, I didn't say it in the charts, but there's Merlin at 25 Taurus, the asteroid Merlin squaring Jupiter. So I do think there's like a big initiation to realizing that there's a lot of magic within us. It can look maybe dark and maybe not like there's no value or like there's no security there, but there is. And I think that this card made me think of that, and just, whatever shows up, know that there's really just a lot of beautiful things that are around you, and own that. And the Six of Cups. I don't think we want to look into the past too much. I think we're healing the past right now. I think we're ready to move into new areas of life. So if the past shows up, certain things, find comfort that we've gone through those. Find, comfort in this now moment, and that you're creating new memories, and there's a light that's right above you, and there's angels, and there's, a lot of beauty in the darkness. And even if it does look like maybe the spark of the flame went out, don't lose courage or passion, or, stoke that stuff up, like I mentioned, and see where this path takes you. I think we can look back all we want, but I think it's time to look forward and to look into the present and into the now. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful Tuesday, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the full moon, and I'll see you for those sun sign horoscopes. Excited. Much love. Peace.